Hi guys, Neil Waterhouse. This week's video blog is an eBay coronavirus update. It's about the phenomenal rise of online shopping. Some of the latest numbers which are just coming in, they're quite staggering, as I'll show you in this week's video blog. So let's launch straight into it. As most people would know, COVID-19 was first discovered in China on December 30, 2019. And then the World Health Organization declared a public health emergency at the end of January 2020. And then declared it a pandemic in March 2020. Now, obviously the coronavirus has been a tragedy for many people, with over 135 million cases detected last time I checked, and over 3 million deaths to date, which is just staggering. You know, my heart goes out to everybody who's been negatively affected. However, for online businesses though, it's been the opposite. As most people would know, online sales, since the start of this pandemic, they've boomed. And this of course is due to the lockdowns all over the world and also social distancing. People have had little choice but to do more online. Behaviours have changed, new purchasing habits have been formed about how people shop for everyday goods and how they pay for them. April 2020 saw the first significant spike in online sales growth. Food and liquor items and home and garden purchases more than doubled. And there are categories which saw triple-digit growth twice in 2020. eBay sales for 2020 grew to 100 billion, which is up 17% from the previous year of 2019. Interestingly, the fourth quarter revenue for eBay was 26.9 billion, which is up even higher to 21% from the previous year, which shows strong continuous growth. The number of eBay buyers on the platform also grew by 7%, for a total of 185 million global active buyers. If you're a numbers nerd like me, here are a couple more interesting stats about Australia. Australian online shopping reached an all-time high in 2020, with online sales growing 57% year on year. Since COVID-19 hit, in Australia, over 1 million new additional households now shop online every month compared to 2019, spending over 50.4 billion online. People who've never shopped online learnt how to shop online. 1.36 million Aussies shopped online for the very first time in 2020. The online share of retail spending also hit 16%, and none of us saw that one coming. When the coronavirus pandemic hit, nobody knew how consumers would react. However, eBay Australia alone saw an extra 1 million monthly visitors during 2020, bringing the total average to 12 million. Before the coronavirus, we would normally see this kind of traffic and sales only in the weeks leading up to Christmas. Many people now feel it's safer and cheaper to purchase online. From the surveys, 58% of buyers surveyed felt safer shopping online than in store. And the increase in online shopping was largely driven by people having more time in their life to browse. And also, with many people now working from home, they are now home to collect their deliveries. Australians also discovered it's normally cheaper to purchase online, with 80% of people surveyed so they can find better deals and save money online. Now, this is a game changer for how humans shop forever. Now, throughout the pandemic, it's been interesting to watch which categories have had the highest growth, and it paints an interesting picture to what everybody's doing with their spare time. There's been a significant rise in the sales of puzzles, video games, and also eBay buyers purchased 4 times as much running, yoga and training equipment than they did back in 2019. Bike accessories more than doubled mid-year before spiking again in November. Some products just went ballistic, like face masks on eBay, where sales were up 700,000% in March 2020. If you'd like to see the hot-selling COVID-19 products, including Dropship products, I have an entire free course, and I'll put a link at the end of this video to that free guide. In a nutshell, before the coronavirus, online sales were growing every year. Then, when the coronavirus hit, it was like throwing petrol on a fire. Online sales accelerated even more than anyone had predicted. Much of what we're seeing today is just the beginning of the next reinvention of retail. We expect to see these elevated online sales figures for the foreseeable future. That brings us to the end of this week's video blog. Make sure you give it a like if you think it was helpful, and write down in the comments what part you thought was the most useful. Now also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications, because you're not going to want to miss any of my upcoming Make Money Online with eBay and Amazon videos. As I promised, there's a link to the list of hot selling coronavirus products, and if you're not already selling online, here's a link to a step-by-step guide completely for free showing how to build a 7-digit online business using less than $100. So all you have to do is tap the links down in the description below, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you on next week's video.